a copy of insurance to them. So we're just needing a signature unless you guys have any questions.
Have any of you looked at this, John, by chance?
I have. I've got no issues with the commission signing this contract.
Okay.
We've been doing it for a while.
I have no issues with it.
I'd go ahead and make a motion that we sign the agreement with the LDS Church for the easement.
Okay, we have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Dylan. Christie, for Dan.
Christy Davenport, Management Assistant here for Dan Kendall to provide a facilities monthly update. With 6th Street, the doors were open this morning. Dan says he'll be on standby to assist security if adjustments are needed. I just talked to Mark and he said everything is working well with the intercom. So the new metal detectors have been installed at all of the entrances, including juvenile probation. The marshal's office has been working hard to ensure a smooth transition to the new system. Overall, Dan thinks the adjustment to the new parking lot is going well. It has created a safer environment for pedestrians visiting the courthouse. The 2 new ADA ramps are a wonderful addition that's been needed for many years. The new landscaping and signage look great as well. This project checked off a lot of boxes in regards to public safety and facility maintenance. We are very proud of how it turned out. A big thank you to CM Construction. With regards to the annex, the HVAC project is wrapping up just in time for the air conditioning season. Dan is working with Anita and the adult probation staff to make sure everything gets balanced and comfortable. They went from 1 HVAC unit to 7, along with a lot of interior upgrades and LED lighting. Final inspections will be scheduled for Monday. The exhibit building has had great progress over the past month. The underground facilities were completed, including sewer, water, and fire suppression lines. Rocky Mountain Power installed their new power pole. Inside the building, the interior framing is complete and the electrical rough-in is underway. The overhead garage door is in and they are installing drywall and door frames as quick as the subcontractors get rooms ready. To maintain their schedule, they need to have 350 sheets of drywall hung before June 1st. At the YDC, framing, and we went out to the exhibit hall yesterday, and the, did Dan say it's more than a 2,000 square foot house? More drywall than a 2,000 square foot house?
Yeah, that was pretty big.
So, okay, at the YDC, framing is 90% done. The water and sewer lines are going up next week. The roofers will be starting the week of the 19th. Progress is going well. Dan spends quite a bit of time answering questions and consulting with Headwaters Construction. They are very thorough and are doing a great job. The commission chambers have been at a standstill because all their time has been spent on the exhibit building. Dan is going to try to come up with a plan to get the project moving forward again. The audio visual equipment has been arriving and most of the finished trim is on site as well. With a maintenance update, they shut the courthouse boiler down for the year yesterday. Rocky Mountain Boiler has been staging the new equipment and will have both new boilers installed over the next 3 months. And that's his update.
Cool. Thank you very much.
You're
A lot of
welcome.
work.
Yep. Kyle, if you have anything.
I jotted down a couple things. Kyle Burmester, Public Works Director. I'm just here before you today for a little update of what's been going on in Public Works and any questions you guys might have. Road and Bridge, we did that mastic where we rented that mastic machine and put that out. It seems to work great. We tried it in all different situations, big holes, cracks, dips, and it's looking really good. And that's all in part of preparation for our chip sealing that's going to be coming in the Chesapeake area this year. Most all of our chip sealing will be in the Chesapeake area. We have a couple outlining roads like Ski Hill and stuff like that we put cold mix asphalt in that we need to get chipped, but most of it will be, you'll see, is out in the Chesapeake area. Chesapeake has asked, we've tried to do a little more communication between us and the local cities and stuff. And Shelby, they've had employees change, we've had employees change, so we kind of got back together with them a little bit and introduced each other, and there's some spots where we interact with each other where we have a chunk of city and that goes right back to county, and some weird situations like that. But we visited about that. They did have a couple roads that we might I'm looking at what that would mean to us, that they would love for us to help. It'd be like a mile or something. It's kind of like, here's an intersection, it's county to here, and there's one little chunk that's city to hit to the intersection. So if we just continued and chipped through and did that work for them while we were right there, and then they would pay for our services. But if that is decided on, we'll bring that before the commission to see what you'd like to do with that. We are finishing up with our chloride roads, with our gravel chloriding. We do 68 to 70 miles of road for the dust control and traffic on the high traffic gravel roads. That is just about done. They just have a few little finishing touches here and there. And then we also have a crew working on gravel roads. Most of them are in the south end of the county, that we're getting them all bladed up from winter and getting them for the farmers and different people out in that area to be able to travel safely, and getting that done. We did move some material at the Downey new building complex. They had to do different stuff with the sewer line, so that had some X material. We made sure that that got cleared out of there, and a few more loads of gravel, so they should be everything they need in that area. Weed, they've been sterilizing, and we have almost all our sterilizing spring program done, so they're working on broadleaf now. The weeds, with a little bit of sunshine here and there, start to poke out real fast. I know they've been working at the facilities for that spring operations there to start getting parking areas and fields and stuff like that, also that first treatment done. And working on licensing some of the seasonals, and we have a new employee in the weed department that's working on his and getting his licensing done. Mosquito department, we've been treating small ponds for the larvae. We're starting to see, we're seeing mosquitoes coming. We haven't started to drone yet. We've just been doing a lot of trapping and inspections to see where we're at. With that cooling down time we had a little bit, and a little snow and stuff like that, that kind of slowed it again. So we're just keeping monitoring and doing some treatments in that area. And their licensing, they've